The reason sport is attractive to many of the general public, not to some intellectuals, is that it's filled with reversals. What you think may happen doesn't happen. A champion is beaten. The target of the 4-minute mile then came into view. It was talked about in the 30s and the Swedes got very close, but it had just taken us after the war to gradually come down to a time closer. It had conspired to become a possible barrier, physical or psychological. It wasn't, in my view, physical, but it did become, to some extent, psychological. And it was really an example, I don't know whether the word paradigm is correct, paradigm of human achievement in a purely athletic sense. What limits are there to what the body can do?
Well, most people, ladies and gentlemen, when something happens to them, what they do is they begin to believe that that's the way it is. That's the way it's always been. And they can't see the possibility of it being any different. Example, before April 1954, the common belief, the universal belief, because it had been tried again and again and again and people had failed, the belief was that man was not physically capable of breaking the 4-minute barrier, that he could not run a mile in less than 4 minutes. That was the belief on the planet. It had never been done.
I knew I was very close, but you get very tired and there's a certain amount of pain and you slow up. You think you're going faster, but your legs are so tired that you are in fact slowing. I did collapse at the end.
But here's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Roger Bannister came along, and he broke the 4-minute barrier. Now here's what's significant about that. Since that time, up to this day, over 20,000 people have done it, including high school kids. What changed? 20,000 people, what changed? Here's what happened when they got on the track. They knew it had been done. And because they knew it had been done, there was a new belief about this barrier, about this goal that was unreachable. And those 20,000 people got in the race believing, knowing in their heart that someone had done it, that it's possible, that they could do it. And I'm saying that if you know anybody that had some goal, some dream, something they wanted to do, and they did it, then I'm saying that you know in your heart that if someone has done it,